The following has been paid for by the Penn's World Order. Whoa, whoa. WrestleMania. Can't you see it's our lives? Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Yeah, this year's annual gathering of the Graps has been it's been a rough road on WrestleMania this year, hasn't it? Storylines we don't want, celebrities we don't need, declining ticket sales, war in the Middle East, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. But you know what? We're still having a WrestleMania this year. We're still going to do it. And I know there's been a lot of hand-wringing and absolute BS memes. And I was wondering, how do I approach this? How do I approach this year's WrestleMania? Because this really makes me think I should have gotten out after 40. I should have just stopped watching after I was at Mania 40. That was it. It ain't going to get any better than this. But you know what? What is WrestleMania 42 this year? You know what? Grab the Mountain Dew. Get We Ball. That's what we do. Get We Ball. That's the way you got to approach this. We Ball at WrestleMania 40. Fuck it. We ball. That's how we're going to handle this. That's how we're going to do this. We're going to have a Mania. It might suck, and it probably will. But lest we remind you, the E has pulled out good Manias in turbulent times. So this is a Hacks predictions for WrestleMania 42. 13 matches on the board. It's going to be a long one. Let's get into it. We start with night one. Saturday night, there at Allegiant Stadium, the big Roomba dome that sits on the south end of the strip and has a connecting tunnel out by Mandalay Bay. The first hour is going to be on ESPN Dos. That's French. And I think the entire event's actually going to be on regular ESPN television on this weekend. So, yeah. So, we kick off on hour number one with the unsanctioned match between Jakob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. Drew, my boy, he was champion at the beginning of the year. He finally had it. He finally did it. And they just couldn't keep the belt on him till Mania. Could have had a four-way in this. Could have had a five. You just had to get Pat McAfee in there. I'm getting distracted. Sorry. So, yeah, we just get Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre in an opening match in 15 minutes, and the two are just going to beat the hell out of each other. Drew's going away to do some film and to take some time off, so Jacob Fatu wins, or who knows, it might do a double loss in this, but anyway, Jacob Fatu wins, and we reset all of our expectations to Jacob Fatu back at, let's say, SummerSlam. Up next is LA Knight and the Usos taking on The Vision with I Show Speed. I Vision? Show Vision? Speed Vision? Whatever. Okay, so this will be a high energy match. Influencer and whatever. These kids these days. You know, back in my day, boys and girls, we had Pamela Anderson on our pay-per-views accompany our wrestlers out. They were stars of television, and we liked it. So, yeah. I think I Show Speed's going to get the pinfall in this. Oh, by the way, LA Knight, Jimmy and Jay Uso, let's play everyone's favorite game. Guess who's taking the pin? I think I Show Speed's going to pin Jimmy. I think I Show gets mangled up in the corner somehow, and the Vision does something to Jimmy. Jay and Knight are knocked down the outside, and I Show Speed just comes out of the corner going, yeah, and just falls right on Jimmy, and there's your pin. There it is. It's a comedy pin spot, and the Vision just stand tall, bringing back Speed, and Speed's like, and yeah. And then Jimmy eats the pinfall in this, some delicious seeds for later in the weekend. Up next, we go to Seth Rollins versus Gunther. And you know what? these two on pure athleticism and work rate, they're going to have a great match. Give them 20 minutes, do moves, beat the tar out of each other. Classic. 5 stars, Meltzer. Is not real, but 4.5 stars by Dave Meltzer. Beautiful, wonderful. Reminds me of Okada in the Tokyo Dome. But these two on athleticism alone can have a great match. Steal the show easily. But no, this was supposed to be Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, but Braun just had that unfortunate hernia surgery and just hasn't returned in time. So Gunther, get in there. And it's going to work. It's going to work between these two, just on athleticism alone. Now, we could have Brawny Braun come in a black hoodie, because that's what we do. And then spear Rollins, Gunther picks up a win, or we just do this the easy way. Gunther wins, rolls out of the ring, stares at Paul, and just goes, "You owe me." Walks away. And that'll set up down the line in the summer. I'm going to take Gunther in this match. Next, let's see here. We're going to move into the title matches here. We go to women's IC match between Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. I don't care. I do not care. I don't. This is your bathroom break. I don't care, ladies. I don't make the rules. You're the bathroom break. Becky wins her title back. AJ, bye. So long. Bye. Up next. All right, it's time for my favorite part of the show. What does the card say? Fatal 4-way in the Women's Tag Team Championship match. This part's always death. As we have not best friends of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss taking on Bayley and Lyra, the irresistible forces in Nia Jax and Lash Legends, and maybe the Bella Twins. As of the time of this recording, they have an injury. No sign of them being replaced yet, but as of now, they're in it. Kabuki Warriors could be slotted in case of an emergency. But I'm running this like the Bellas are in this. If the Bellas are not in this, irresistible forces win. The Bellas are in it. They're going to put the belts on the Bellas, aren't they? You don't bring them back at the Rumble not to do it. They put the belts back on them, and they maybe defend them at Saturday night's main event or something, because in May, we're going to Europe, Jerry. We're going to Europe. And those two ladies, they just take the belt and go on an Instagram TikTok spree. Hey, fam, here with the belts, #blessed. Hey, eating pasta in the morning, #blessed, #champ life. Hey, fam, here in an olive oil farm, out here practicing good vibes and self-reflection. It's there. It's right there. I'm going to take the Bellas if they're in it. That's something this company does. That's what this company is going to do. Because defending the belts means nothing. Up next is, let's see here. Sorry, moving up. Okay, the Women's World Championship match. Stephanie Valkyrie versus Liv Morgan. God, ladies. Oy. Okay, this is a 4-week feud that's been trying to be stretched for 2.5 months. Would have been a lot better if Raquel Rodriguez had been champion. Just saying. They've tried with these two, and Liv got a real nice shiner when she clunked heads with Roxanne Perez when she was attacked by Valkyrie. Go look it up. It's kind of nice. Looks like it hurts like hell. But yeah. They could put the belt back on Stephanie Valkyrie. They could just keep the belt on her and have Liv chase the title. Maybe her and Dom lose titles and have their relationships going bad throughout the spring. It could go that. What? Excuse me. What? Oh! Liv's released a new music video and she debuted new music? Never mind. Liv Morgan wins. Next. And lastly, I think we got all of them. That means it's main event o'clock, everyone. As the big gold belt will be on the line as your champion, Cody Rhodes, takes on Randall Keith Orton with the big belt on the line. Okay, so, all you had to do was a legacy storyline. That's all you had to do. Dashing Cody Rhodes. Remember him with the mask, Jerry? Look away, I'm hideous. I've been doing a lot of Kramer in this video. Anyway, let's just go with it. The dashing Cody Rhodes legacy, that's all you had to do. That's it. Or Randy telling Cody, hey, I ran this place while you ran away to Japan and places. I ran this place while you were gone. That's all you had to do. I don't mind Randy being a heel. He's great as an asshole heel. He's great. But no, let's get Pat McAfee involved. He's the one telling Randy to be a heel. Seriously, bro? And then Pat makes it all about him. I'm lowering prices for WrestleMania. And then out comes Jelly Roll. Why? Didn't he help out Randy last summer? Shut up, idiot. And why? Why do we need a member of the Hippity Hop Brigade on this? Why? And then the poster, Pat behind Randy with the sunglasses doing the eyebrow thing. He's not The Rock. He is not The Rock. Don't get the IWC riled up that The Rock's magically going to show up like the Great Pumpkin and everything's going to be awesome. This whole build sucks. It absolutely sucks. And need a drink. On paper, these two can do it. You didn't need much. This could have been your Rumble to Mania build. 2 months worth of material right here. But you just had to muck it up. Oh yeah, let's bring real life ticket prices in on this. You wanted to do that with Pat? Instead of Pat reducing WrestleMania prices, you know what you do? You just go, oh, look at all the free tickets I got to Mania. All you marks are paying for my shrimp cocktail. That's right, idiots. Keep paying $10,000 for front row seats. Me and my boys, we get comps for free. So keep paying for my champagne, marks. That's all you had to do. Despite everything I've said, Randy wins. Put the belt on Randy. He's one of Triple H's boys. Cody does better chasing. And just put the belt on Randy. I don't care that we already know what the main event for Backlash is going to be. I'm taking Wandy in this. I'm going to be wrong, aren't I? I'm going to come back from Bears game and freaking Cody will retain. I won't watch any night one, not out of protest, but I got a Bears game to be at. And that'll take up my time on Saturday. By the way, my recap video, which YouTube tells me 80% of you who watch this video aren't subscribers, will probably be Tuesday due to real life and my work schedule, but we'll be back on that. Plus, make sure you check out my Pittsburgh Penguins recap videos, as I will have a Battle of PA playoff preview coming up this week, as well. Busy times. Next, I'm also writing a fantasy book too. That's coming out later this year. All right, next we go on to night 2. Night dos. That's French. As we go to the first hour will be on ESPN Dos. Again, that's French. And I'm not going to do the ones that'll be in the first hour because I just want to get to this one. This one should kick off night 1. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. As this is the antithesis, as Big E would say, big meaty men but slapping meat. You want your 5-star classics in your Tokyo Dome? Not me. I want big men with big muscles bumping meat. That's what this is. This is big meaty men bumping meat. Hercules. This is going to be amazing between these two. Now, here's all you got to do with this. 5 minutes. Brock and Oba bump like crazy. Oba pins Brock. Maybe, if you're feeling jaunty, do the stand on top of Roman and do the ruler pose. I mean, wow. You want to talk about a WrestleMania moment? There it is. But the thing is, the WWE does not know how to quit Brock Lesnar. They don't. It's the old line from Brokeback Mountain. I wish I knew how to quit you. They don't. They can't. They can't. They won't. Brock will win this. They'd be stupid enough to have Brock win because he needs to look strong. His retirement's coming up. He needs to look strong. Why? What does Brock get by beating Oba? Oba should win. It's right there. But the E won't. But it would also be a great moment if Oba were to beat Brocky Brock. I'm taking Brock Lesnar. Prove me wrong, WWE. Prove me wrong. Up next is the ladder match. I'm sort of breaking my own thing. No, let's stick with it. The other non-title match, Finn Balor versus Dom Dom. Finn Balor's bringing out the Damon for this. That'll be nice. And these two have match. I don't care. Finn, you don't put all that paint on for nothing. Up next is a ladder match for the IC title as Rusev and JD McDonough, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, your champion Penta, and Rey Mysterio inserted himself into this. Ray, Booby, you have 2 surgically repaired knees. Why are you doing a ladder match? Why? You don't need to teach these youngins how it's done? You don't? Ray, can't you just have your retirement feud with Dom Dom already? We know where this is going. You retire and be an ambassador for AAA. That's it. And we also have Javon Evans in this. Mr. Bouncy. The wonderful thing about bouncing thing. The wonderful thing about Javon Evans, he bounces through the ring. Yes, Javon Evans, the guy who looks like he put a half can of Red Bull, half a thing of Ani wine together and said, watch this. Gone. So I am going to take, after all that, Javon Evans. Great Rumble showing. He's doing this whole new day thing. And give him the belt in the spring slump and see what happens. Could be fun. Up next is the U.S. Championship match, Sami Zayn and Trick Williams. This is a match. A lot of people thought we'd get Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams in this for the U.S. strap. That would have been a lot better. But there might be a double turn in this. The old switcheroo. Little hintings of Sami turning heel. Trick Williams being a babyface. Williams' character can easily bounce back and forth between fan favorite babyface and asshole heel. And Sami, I kind of like this to be the metamorphosis, the turning point for him going to the dark side. And this will prove 1 year later, Karrion Kross was right. Trick Williams. Up next is Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. My God, the build to this has sucked. I mean, it's nothing against Rhea. They broke up Rio for this. And as of right now, Io Sky has nothing for Mania. The Kabuki Warriors have nothing for Mania. What? We couldn't get Asuka versus Kairi with her yelling, Kairi! For 5 minutes. No! We gotta get Jade Cargill, who hasn't defended the belt in 130 days. Who now has a stable with B-Fab and Michin. Sure, give her a faction. Now she needs a mouthpiece. In AEW, she had Stokely Hathaway, which was great as a mouthpiece. She didn't have to say a thing, just stand there and look pretty. That sounded bad. But anyway, no, just stand there holding a belt. That's all she had to do. This is what she needs in the E right now. And you could put the belt on Rhea and SmackDown, because the SmackDown women's roster is thin due to injuries. But you don't create a stable for someone and then have them lose. Right? I am taking Jade Cargill against my better judgment because I think you don't create a stable for someone just to have them lose, right? Right? Someone tell me I'm wrong. Am I? Am I the crazy one? Think about it, Jerry. I'm taking Jade Cargill, and I think that's it. And it is main event o'clock, everyone, as the big gold belt is on the line, as it is CM Punk, your champion, taking on Roman Reigns in the main event at about 9 o'clock time on Sunday. Oh, I will be watching this. And the thing is, these two, honestly, they've done the best they can with what they've had. I'll give them credit. This feud was DOA as soon as Roman picked Punk. I didn't care. But they've done the best they can. They've delved into personal history. Pat McAfee got involved with this for whatever reason. Because we got to shoot, brother. But the two of Legacy and their last go-home promo, the two hating of what they hate because the other person has what they don't have, that's good. We should have explored this originally, but now we're starting to see it. Now, I'm quoting from Wrestle Talk on this. Ollie Davis did a really good job of breaking this down. Of Punk had the accolades, but not the achievement. Roman's had the achievement, but not the accolades. And Punk had to go away and come back to get what he wanted. He even went to another company to get what he wanted. Roman had to turn heel. A freaking pandemic had to happen. Turn heel. And then get the love as the tribal chief through fear. And not have people naturally love him like they do want Punk. He wants what Punk has. And that's good. That's good storytelling. I'm learning storytelling by writing a fantasy book. I really am. I like the juxtaposition between these two. I wish this company was smart enough to do it months ago. But that's the story. And Punk being the old gunslinger who knows as soon as he loses this belt, the end is nigh. Roman needs a title back because it's the only way he feels relevant. But there has been one other seed in this. And this is my hack theory. Is ref bump, ref goes down, someone rushes down to the ring. It's Jay. Jay hits the ring. And he gets there, he gets in the corner, spears Punk. And Roman's just sitting in the corner. He was about ready to do his ooh-wah before Jay did his spear. And Jay's yelling at Roman. Roman, pin him, Moose! Pin him! Pin him! Got him! We got him! We got him! And puts the finger up. And Roman just stands up and goes, no, I got to do this. I got to do this. Jay's yelling at him. Pin him! Just pin him! It's right there! Do it, Oos! Do it! And is getting in Roman's face. You better pin him! Why aren't you pinning him? And Roman pushes Jay aside, throws him out of the ring, helps the ref up. He's not going to do it this way. The ref's getting up. He's woozy. And Jay hits the ring once again, spears Roman in front of Punk. Punk just standing there. And Jay's like, all you had to do was tell me, Oos. And just looks at Punk, backs out of the ring. Punk, all right, pins Roman, 1, 2, 3. And the ref wakes up and all this, or the ref comes to, 1, 2, 3. Punk retains, holds the title in the corner, sitting in the corner like this, holding on to the belt for dear life, while Jay is in the ring, just kicking Roman, kicking him. And if you notice in Jay's hand, he's got the Ulafala. Puts it around his neck. Grabs a microphone. Looks at Punk in the corner, who just brings him up to his feet. And Jay just goes, 5 letters, 1 word. Chief. And Punk gets out of the ring, walks back up the ramp, while Jay stands in the ring like this. Yeet is dead. Chief is in. There's your feud going into the springtime. as the new tribal chief, the self-appointed chief, Jey Uso, goes after Punk. Jey could win Money in the Bank later on this year and cash it in on Punk, or Roman wins the rematch. Jey wins Money in the Bank, cashes in on Roman, gets the belt back, and Jey versus Roman eventually down the line. So there you go. There you go. So that is it. That is my predictions and a hack theory for WrestleMania 42. Thank you to all of you who watch this, including any of the hockey people that do as well. My recap will be back next week amongst my Pittsburgh Penguins recap videos for playoff hockey. Huzzah! And enjoy WrestleMania, everyone. It's still WrestleMania until we go to Riyadh next year for Mania 43. Maybe. World War III permitting. We'll catch you next time.